cup, I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a star boy. Look what you done. I'm a star boy. Every day and try to test me, yeah. Every day and try to end me, yeah. Pull up in that roadster SVI. Pockets overweight, getting hefty, yeah. Coming for the king, that's a far cry. I come alive in the part-time mind. The competition, I don't really listen. I'm in the blue moon, song, bumping new edition. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table, come from ebony. Cut that ever into skinny pieces. Then she clean up with her face, man, I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see a shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. I switch on my cup, I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a star boy. Look what you done. I'm a star boy. Letting it bracket, legend of the fall, took the year like a bandit. Bought mama a crib and a brand new wagon. Now she hit the grocery shop looking lavish. Star Trek groove in the Wraith the Con. Girls get loose when they hear the song. 100 on the dash, get me close to God. We don't pray for love, we just pray for cause. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table, come from ebony. Cut that ever into skinny pieces. Then she clean up with her face, but I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see a shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. I switch on my cup, I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a star boy. Look what you done. I'm a star boy. Look what you done. I'm a star boy. Look what you done. I'm a star boy.
Okay, remember what I told you. Be your own boss. Love yourself. Get up and dance. Level up.
Level up, 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 level up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Them old mistakes are gone, I won't do them no more. That's old news, there's new news, I done did that before. I turn nothing to something, my comeback on 100. Let's talk it, more action, you just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating, no losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings, I turn that into money. They gotta never settle, this view is so much better. I'm chilling, I'm winning, like on another level. Oh, you can talk all you want. See me as a prayer, nothing I'm afraid of, and I can have it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. They freeze get dropped like weight. Team love don't want no hate. I'm grinding, I'm shining, up, I'm on my way. They gotta never settle. This view is so much better.
DVP, guess who I am? I'm still DVP, and it's Wednesday, 6 o'clock, so we gonna get ready to do what we do. For those of y'all who new to the show, This is Random Thoughts with DVP, of course. This is a talk show hosted by the one and only DVP. We're going to have a good time. Today's show is going to be about dads and about child support and custody. And since I got some men here, ladies, we're going to even have some questions about dating and the whole thing. We're going to touch a lot of little subjects. But, hey, for those out that don't know, I'm DVP. I'm new here at foxtrapradio.com, which is where y'all need to be watching so y'all can hear the music. We're going to have a call-in number for y'all, which is 770-703-5494. So, hey, get your little something to drink, get you some fries, sit back, and let's have a good time for the next 2 hours. All right? Y'all know what it is. I'll be right back.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is all right with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my life with you. Say scenes, baby, since we've been together. Ooh, loving you forever is what I need. Let me be the one you come running to. Never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together, loving you weather times are good and bad, happy or sad. Just came to see you'd never do that to me, would you, baby? Spinning around you is all I see, is what I want to do. We ought to stay together. Loving you weather times are good and bad. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, against the white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, diamond in the back, sunrooftop, digging the scene with a gangster lean, gangster white wall. TV antennas in the back.
I am back in black still. Random Thoughts with DVP. I give $100 to anybody who can guess who I am in the next 5 seconds. And y'all should have called in quick enough. But hey, I'm DVP. I'm the host of the show. And, you know, before my guests get here, I just got to talk about, you know, it's parts of the show. It's still my show. It's called Random Thoughts. So sometimes I'm still unpredictable and I got things I want to say at the last minute. And Trina, what was we talking about that was bothering me lately that didn't have anything to do with child support, so I can go and get my monologue in? Did you remember? See, y'all should see the look she gave me now, like we don't stay in the same place and we don't talk to each other. Saga, what's going on? Y'all should see that look. It's hilarious. Now she don't know nothing. She like, where did I know you from? What was I want to talk about this election right quick before they get here, because you know this is a serious portion. I'm so confused. Oh, you gotta to hear the music. You gotta go to foxtrotradio.com. But for this election thing, we talk about so much how our vote don't matter. And do you see the lengths that they going through to suppress our votes? And we only help them when we buy into that dumb theory that we ain't gonna vote because our vote don't count. Do you see all the stuff they going through? The lawsuits that's being filed so they can count your vote? That should tell you how important the vote is. Not just in this election, but in every election. And you know, I talk about this, and I'm gonna talk about it in 2 more years before the next election. Let's get informed. Let's get informed and let's know what we voting for. Let's not just vote for color anymore or for something just so simple. And I get why some of us do it because the other people do it too. But I want us to be informed. Let's make a change for us. Don't be so worried about what's going on in DC or another country. And we'll be right back. Trust me.
Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean.
Coming in live with Random Thoughts with DVP, and we just want to make sure y'all can hear us good. Let me know what's going on, and we'll be right back. as I was saying before the break, let's get this vote thing done. Let's stop waiting and let's stop making excuses. It's crazy how many excuses we can make for why we don't want to do something, but we always want something to be better, and we just gonna keep hoping stuff in. Your vote does count. Your vote not only counts, it matters. So to sit back and say you're not gonna vote because it don't count, but you wanted the primary, what's a good word? You wanted the primary bitches, stop, let it go, let it go. I mean, it's crazy how many people were proud of the fact that they didn't vote. What is that to argue about? Y'all, you that proud of the fact that you didn't vote, but in the same breath, you gonna start hollering about what's disrespectful to your ancestors? Do you know what your parents and grandparents would have did to have a chance to vote? Just to have a chance. So I'm confused on why we take it so lightly, but we can't wait. We can't wait for Black Friday. We'll stand in line for hours and hours on end to buy some stuff on sale. We'll stand in line when the new Jordans come out. We'll stand in line when the new Madden game come out. But we can't stand in line for 10 or 15 minutes to vote. I'm kind of confused. Trent, how long did it take you to vote?
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes? It took me like 6 minutes. The longest wait was actually walking from my car to register. Because once I got in there, it took them like 30 seconds before they said, next, check my ID. And boom, that was it. So I'm confused on why we place so many things, why so many things are so much more important than voting for us. But we wanna make a difference. We got all these things that we claiming that we want to do. I'm just confused on that. All right, so make your vote count. Get out there and vote. Become educated, but learn what's going on in your area. Learn what's going on with your neighborhood. That's how you get to start making changes. Don't worry about what's happening in D.C. And right now, we can't worry about what's going on. I live in Georgia. I don't like what's going on with the wildfires and stuff. But what's pressing to me is how we handling things in Georgia. And I'm looking at these recounts in Georgia, Florida. They had another state where they did them, and one of them was overturned. We got to vote. We got to vote. No matter how you feel about it, it's not a rigged system. They got a system of checks and balances. And you know what the checks and balances say? It's saying that we're not showing up. We're not showing up in mass. But every time I look on Facebook, I see everybody complaining about why we don't matter, why this, why that. Y'all boycotting football, y'all boycotting Dove, y'all boycotting KLM. I think y'all boycotting voting too, and y'all just forgot to tell people. Y'all boycotting a lot of stuff. And there's no reason for it. I mean, if you're gonna boycott, have a reason. So just saying, let's get on that. So that's my random thought to start the show with. Hopefully my dads will be here so we can get you ladies in, because I know y'all got questions. Because it was hot. Trina tried to get me kicked off Facebook because this guy said that, what did he say, child support is built to separate families and incarcerate men or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Really? Child support is built to, how can you pay child support if you in jail? I was a cop. I ain't know nobody who went to jail for missing one child support payment. I don't know nobody who went to jail for missing two. So we're going to get some dads in here. We're going to talk about child support. We're going to talk about custody. We're going to talk about visitation. And you know what? We're going to have some raw stuff going on, because I got some things I think y'all going to want to hear. Some of y'all ain't going to agree with me, but it's okay. My mama said if you can't whoop my ass, you can't make me change my mind. These are my random thoughts, and I'm DVP. I'll see you in a few minutes. How about that?
Into hearts of men who need more than they get.
Please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong?
And I'm still black. And y'all got 3 seconds to call in and win $100. Guess who I am? 3, 2, 1, boom. Another $100 gone again. But hey, this is DVP. I'm the host of Random Thoughts with DVP. And I got two of my partners. Joining me. You know, I ain't gonna talk bad about them. They on CP Tank. I told them here earlier. And they light skinned, so you can't trust them. Wow. But that's a whole nother show. So
6:30 in my book.
Whatever. I'm gonna do this old school. I'm gonna introduce Tremaine first. It's my dude. He posted something. He tried to make a chick come to my eye. I almost got into a fight with him because I met this brother at a work site, and what was a 30-second conversation turned like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, true.
And
Facts.
Ernest, I pulled to him on. I did to him what you did to me. I just put my hand on his shoulder and told him what he was gonna be doing. I wanted to ask him, but I couldn't find no question marks in my bag. So this brother right here is Tremaine Santiago. He got a pretty little girl. I ain't gonna say nothing about it. He stood my little girl up this weekend, but that's a whole nother issue because we're gonna talk about the show. I'm gonna stay focused. I just had to throw that in there. It's Tremaine Santiago. Tremaine, give him a little something about yourself. Give him a little 20-second blurb. Don't give him too much.
He gave you enough. He told you enough. But I'm Tremaine Santiago. Everyone called me nickname Tiago. But I'm an IT professional. I have a daughter. She's 3. I've been doing this daddy thing solo for about 2 years now. Love my daughter. That's my world. Everybody, if you see me, you see her. That's just who I am, man. Nothing else matter after that.
Except I ain't seen it, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh wow, come on now, don't do that. Don't be like that. She said she didn't want to see you no way, so I let her win.
And on my left, y'all right, I don't know how y'all seeing this, but this Tim Rogers. Now me and Tim go way back to we go back to I don't know, the late 70s, early 80s. And Tim was the one who started first taking my pictures. Tim was the first one to get me kicked off Facebook with the picture with the guns. He one got me on Facebook probation the very first time for that picture. I got 30 days in Facebook jail for that picture. But Tim, we go way back. Tim got kids. He got a crazy wife who was on one of my shows. How do you pick Mr. Right versus Mr. Right now? So I'm going to let Tim tell him what's up. And you photography.
I'm a photographer and I'm an IT
Not just a photographer, bro. Let me help you out.
Well,
You're a photographer extraordinaire. Go on and throw that in there.
You know, I do what I can do.
Yeah, but they don't know. So tell them that you're a photographer extraordinaire.
Yeah, I'm a pretty good photographer. I've been doing this for a little bit over 40 years. Haven't been doing IT as long, but pretty close. You know, I enjoy creating, and so that's where we got our start. Darren is always in some kind of a fly suit or outfit, so I was like, hey, we need to take pictures, and that's how it started.
No, he didn't say we need to. He said you're gonna. That's what he said.
I was just
Trina, when you asked him that day he came over to the house, did he ask you if you wanted to take pictures? Okay, I just want to get that in there.
So that's where you get it from. Okay, just wondering where that.
Hold on, you
Don't know how to ask
hold on.
come
We
from.
ain't aired this shit. You can still get stabbed during the show. See, this is how violence during shows take place. All right, so like I said, I was in a conversation. I want to say it was a couple of weeks ago about dads and the system And one of the first questions I had, and these two gentlemen, they like me, we paid child support. One of the first questions I had was, do you prefer to pay it through the court system, or do you prefer to give it to the mom directly and have to keep up with it? Well, Tremaine?
My thing is this, man. I go the path of least resistance. So for me, paperwork is everything. Once you get your paperwork right, courts, you come in here, you get your money, they do what you do. She's straight, I'm straight, everybody good, everybody happy. That part of the equation is already taken care of. So that's just my personal preference. I've actually done it both ways. I've done the cash, and if you a day late, hey, where my money at? Where this at? Nah, okay, nope, I ain't playing that game no more. Let me go ahead and let these people get this money. So for me, I'd rather do it through the courts. Other people may feel something else.
What about you, Tim?
I'm the opposite. I've been separated, and divorced from my ex for almost 10 years now. And so for me, it's just, I don't need somebody to tell me what I have to do. And I mean, I don't think that everybody sees it that way. I made a decision. I talked to her about how much we were going to make it be, and I've given it to her like clockwork. So
y'all had a mutual arrangement.
Right. Never been through the court system with child support.
Love it.
And that's what's up. And and I tell people, and I asked a lot of people, because I'm in a bunch of different groups, and I asked a lot of women who tried to do the arrangement, it didn't work out for them. The guy always came up with something, and this is where I harp on deadbeat dads. Guys who gonna do what they supposed to do, and I'm gonna pick on Tremaine. He did it like I did. I prefer it just take out, I don't even see it. It's just one less something I gotta remember when I'm getting busy, because the lame excuse that I always see is something came up. And when something come up, the first thing that a lot of deadbeats want to do is exclude the dad and the mom. The baby and the mom, because they too busy clubbing or whatever it is. I mean, your baby don't care if you lose your job, and that's your fault. Find another one. So I do like the system. It's fine if we can work something out. And I've been on both ends. One, I paid. One, I went to court for, because it was just, if y'all got a great relationship, sometimes the mutual agreement will work. But like I said, for me, I just prefer having it taken out my check, and I don't even have to worry about it. It's just something I don't have to worry about at all. But I'm watching, and I don't know if you guys noticed, y'all on Facebook, it seemed like the people who complain most about child support are the ones who paying this $40 a week.
I can't get it. I don't understand it.
We talked about it. If I only had to pay $200 a month, I would write a check in January for the whole year.
I'll pay her up to 18 right now. Here, take it.
You know what I'm saying?
All that. You can have all of that.
And I hear what guys saying about this happening, that happened, but I'm not buying it. And I understand the child support system does need to be changed. I ain't gonna never say it don't, but there's some parts of it that we're totally responsible for. And I picked these brothers for a reason, because they call themselves grown men. I know a little something about them. If you're gonna be a grown man, take care of your business. She got pregnant, but you got her pregnant. Mm-hmm. It ain't all on her. At some point, if you're gonna call yourself grown and you're gonna be this BS king that you claim to be, handle your business. And it's like I don't get why it is we oh man, she gonna do this with the money.
It don't really matter.
Yeah.
It don't.
I mean, at the end of the day, once you cut that check, that's her money.
Exactly.
It don't matter what she does with it, because you got to look at it like this. That baby, that child has to eat. That child needs a house to stay in. That house that she stays in needs heat, lights, whatever the case may be. And yes, you need it at your place as well. But if she's the primary custodial parent with your child, you need her to be straight. At the end of the day, that woman has to be straight, because your child is going to feel that energy. So if she's struggling and she always see mom struggling, your child is going to pick up on that. And if you call yourself a man or a king, because everybody want to scream king till it's time to do something that got king business around it. So if you call yourself that, you need to make sure your child good across the board. If you make them, take care of them. It's that simple.
Exactly.
And to sit back and be a king and you keep saying that your woman is this or your woman that, one, you still picked her. So live with what you picked. Period. And one of the things, and Trina did this, I talked to Trina, I talked to a couple other women, and I didn't understand when I was younger. I had a problem with paying so much. And somebody brought it to my attention, and Trina was one of the main ones. You know what? When I'm behind or something, or even if I'm paying everything on time, guess what? Sometimes Trina need a break. So if Trina got to get a babysitter so she can do something, then I shouldn't worry about what she's doing with the money. As long as my child is taken care of, she got to do what she got to do to maintain her sanity and her well-being. Because one of the biggest beats I got, you can get mad at me if you want to, but when we're single dads, like we've all been, guess what we can do? Real talk. We can go out and be hoes in the street. We can run the streets like we want to. We ain't got no responsibilities, but we will take that from a woman. So why shouldn't she have the ability to run the streets sometimes she want to? Because we too busy running the streets / working, whatever we doing, that we don't want the kids. Some of y'all don't want the kids no more than them 4 days a month that you got to have them. So, you know, when I had a woman break it down to me in that respect, you know what? If she want to get her nails done or mani-pedi, you know what? She deserves a reward for doing something that I don't want to do. I want to be able to run the streets and sleep with all these women while I'm holding her hostage, because that's all I'm really doing. I'm making sure she can't progress in life. I'm making sure she ain't got time to date another guy. What are y'all thoughts about that?
Even then, and you might not be running the street or, you know, hoeing. I mean, you might be. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But at the end
I missed out.
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you have a lot more free time. And sometimes with that free time, you can generate more income. That's what, I mean, you should be hustling. I mean, you got kids. But she doesn't have that opportunity because she has to get the baby from daycare, this, that, and that. So you'd probably put a nice little clamp on her career or how far she can excel in her career. So there has to be some balance or some makeup for that.
Right.
And because you don't have that responsibility. You can grind and get that money up. So just because you getting that money up for yourself, it ain't just for you anymore because you got a whole nother life. So you're going to have to come out the pocket. They say you got to pay to play, so pay your taxes.
And some of that money should be for her to do stuff on her own. Because like I say, if we being real, fellas, if we being real, knowing what we know about each other right now, how many of you would have truly wanted to raise your daughter your child by yourself?
I do. So unlike a lot of people, I get my daughter primarily like half the time. And
Hold on, we're going to hold that comment. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with you, and we're going to get to that comment about custody and raising children. All right, Random Thoughts with EVP. We'll be back.
Girl, I wanna hold ya. Girl, I like the way you smile. And your style is driving wild. I give you all my time to make you mine. Oh, baby, you got what I need. But you playing hard to get. You say I'm not the one for this. Girl, I can be your fantasy. But you playing hard to get. I promise you never find no love. She said, forget about it, yeah, forget about it, love. She said she got a broken heart, let me fix it with my love. Girl, I give you all my time just to watch it hit love. Go on and hit my line up when you make me line up. Don't worry about who got this and who got that. You gotta worry about who I'm with and where I'm at. Girl, I'm with you, I need you. So tell me what you wanna do. Oh, baby, you got what I need. But you playing hard to get. You say I'm not the one for this. Girl, I can be your fantasy. But you playing hard to get. I promise you never fell no love like this. You got just what I need, and I don't ever wanna leave ya. I want to give you what you need. I got you, baby. You got just what I need, and I don't ever wanna leave ya. I want to give you what you need. I got you, baby. You got what I need, but you playing hard to get. You say I'm not the one for this. Girl, I can be your fantasy, but you playing hard to get. I promise you never fell no love like this. Okay. Hey, little mama, you're hotter than the sand in the summer. And baby, if you wanna come on over, young trying to get lucky like a clover. Come over. Wait, hold up. I see you got a few on ya. They try to tell me, get away. She gon' shoot you down. And I don't care, cause I only want. Yeah, I seen that you wanna play games, but I only want. Baby girl, it's a shame, ain't no pain, cause it's all on you. You can do what you want. wanna do, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to keep it real with you, boo. If you're rolling with me, I swear to God you won't lose. And I love the way you smile, girl. And I love the way you walk, girl. The way you flip your hair and talk, girl. Ooh, girl, I like it. Can't nobody do it quite like you.
Yeah, I seen that you wanna play games, but they on the one. Baby girl, it's a shame, ain't no pain, cause it's all on
you. You can do what you want. You can do what you want, yeah. Cause it's all on you. You can do what you want, baby. It don't matter what you do, baby girl, it's all on you. Hold up, wait a little minute. You wanna play, let me show you how to win it. Ain't nothing for this youngin'. I do my thing, I'ma get this party jumping like. I got my eyes on you and you know it. Ain't no hot spot, acting shy, gonna show it. Girl, you know just what you want. Watching break the necks, all eyes on you. You can do what you want. You can do what you want, yeah. Cause it's all on you. You can do what you want, baby. It don't matter what you do, baby girl, it's all on you. Yeah, I seen that you wanna play games, but they only one. Baby girl, it's a shame, ain't no pain, cause it's all on you.
Still Random Thoughts, and I'm still DVP, and I'm surrounded by three good brothers. Tremaine, Tim. Why his name don't even start with a T? I just noticed that. I just noticed that.
You always gotta get
And
close though, right? It's an S, right?
he right there. She wants you to get close. Don't get in trouble. And I got my man Sylvester, cause I invited him to the show. Sylvester, single dad. I'm not single dad.
Well, not a single dad, but I have 3 kids. I have a 25-year-old.
Damn yo.
A 17-year-old, and my daughter who is 8. So
25, 35, and 8.
well, 25, 17.
Same thing. Same thing.
Yeah, 25.
What made you jump off that bridge again, bro?
Man, you know, I don't know, but I will say this. My daughter is nothing like having a daughter. Nothing like having a daughter.
I'm gonna say this because I love my girl, but when you have a daughter, you know what? You might well go on and pull that punk card because they make you a straight punk. You can't be hard or nothing. You just
pretty much.
All they gotta do is look at you with them big puppy dog eyes and say, "Daddy," and you realize all that hardness that you thought you had, you a punk.
It goes away.
Yeah.
It goes away. It does.
Then
it goes away.
You get in your room trying to be tough again, but yeah, you done.
So you missed the first part. Did you pay child support through the court system? Did y'all have an arrangement, or do you have custody?
No. Well, actually, with my boys, we went ahead and did it through the court system, which was fine with me because that way, once you do it on time and things of that nature, you don't have any issues.
Right.
That was with my boys from me and my ex-wife.
Okay.
And that worked out really well.
Okay.
Now, with my daughter, it started out outside of the court. But her mother, I think, as I started progressing and she started digressing,
right,
it just started to become an issue with getting my daughter. I mean, I would get my daughter every weekend. I pick my daughter up every weekend, sometimes during the week, and it just became an issue. And what basically happened was one day I went to see her, and she said, "Well, I don't want checks anymore. I want you to give me cash." I said, "No, ma'am. That's not going to happen."
Right.
So at that point, she tried to hold my daughter from me. And what I had to do, which I went to the court. I went and put myself on child support.
Yeah, I hear this. He went to the court.
Yeah, I did it. And with that, it also legitimized my daughter as well because me and the mother were not married.
Right. A whole separate show. I'm getting to that too, though.
And it started out pretty good, but she thought that with me paying child support and the amount that I was paying, that I would be upset, but I had no problem with that.
And see, I'm a bet he was paying more than $40 a week.
I actually pay. I mean,
it's up to you now. But
it doesn't bother me. I pay right now $1,065.
Well, the point we was making was it seemed like it's these $40 a week dads who complain the most about child support in the system. Most of us who have jobs, we pay it and don't think twice about it. But every time I see one of these dads, and oh man, I'm giving her $75 every 2 weeks. I'm thinking you a deadbeat for real. You could be unemployed and put in more than, because I'm looking at your shoes, even though you got them from the flea market, they still cost $50. You paying her $75 and you really got the heart to bitch about it?
I just got a quick question. Sylvester, you want to have a baby?
Hold on, this shit.
No.
All right, we finna take a commercial break for the vibe. This just turned into the Jerry Springer show. It just turned into the Jerry Springer show. But that was part of the reason I wanted to have the show, because I do know some deadbeat dads. Trina can tell you a story about some deadbeat dads, because I ain't even gonna call their name. But what she getting from two dads, she got two children. What she getting from both of them, I'ma just say, it wouldn't even feed us 3 times a month. That's all I'ma say. I could be wrong. I mean, it depending on what we eating. If we stick strictly to the dollar value meal, we might be able to eat 3.5 days. But if we want something that ain't on the dollar menu.
What's his judge's name? I need his contact info.
Hey, and I ain't gonna call it, but one on had the nerve to challenge me. Boy, stop playing. Boy, stop playing. But and this was the point. And we're gonna get back. What were we talking? What were you answering the question about?
So we was talking about.
Let me ask one more question. And part of the issue was with we was talking about before you got here was about custody. Most of us, and I'm gonna say this for the GAMs, the grown ass men. Most of us would rather work than have custody because we can earn more money, and most of us really don't want the responsibility of being tied down. If we told the truth, because at some point, regardless of the reason, whether we want to be hoish, whether we like our freedom, because Tremaine said, hey, he loved his daughter, but he also loved taking her back, and that's a truism for most. I mean, I love my kids, but I knew when it came up to it, I knew that I could never be an everyday parent. I just didn't have what it takes. I didn't have that nurturing in me.
Well, I'm kind of the opposite.
And so you and Tim together?
Yeah, I actually, when we did go to court, I tried to get custody of my daughter, but the judge she told me that with the job that I held, that I couldn't do it because I wasn't home every day, even though I'm home every day except one day out of the week. She still granted custody to the mother, but I mean, I love my daughter, man, and like I said, I love all my kids. But my sons, you know, they're older, so I don't really have any issues with them and them.
Okay, well, yeah, we just want to talk. A lot of times, that's what we want to do.
For me, like, and when we went through the thing, I tried to get full custody of my daughter as well. Unfortunately for me, my daughter was 1, and they really didn't have a track record of me being a great dad, so that was just a dud from the word go. But I did manage to get pretty much joint, I guess, parenting time. In Georgia, they don't do joint custody or whatever. So I get my daughter a few days, 2 days out the week on when I don't have her on the weekend. Then I get her 3 additional days out the week when I do have her on the weekend. So that's pretty much averages out. And I love it. I mean, I love my daughter. When I don't have her, I miss her. I can't wait to get her. But I can tell you for me right now, from experience, the best day for me is when we shipping her home back to her mama. I need that break. I need that time out. That's like me skipping out. Hey, you ready for school? We got to go to daycare. We're going to get green face, right? Let's go. You going back to mom. Okay. And so for me, I need that break. I need the time to decompress, to feel like I still have some semblance of my personal space, my free time, and I don't have to be in daddy mode 24/7 because I'm a different me when I'm in daddy mode. Nothing else matters. My world shuts down and it's me and Faith 100%. So sometimes I need an off. I can't always be on like that.
Right, and that was what we were saying. You know, the younger, less informed dads who fuss about what the mom is doing, the mom some of that money should go to her to take care of herself and pamper herself because we got free time to do it. She got to make time to do that because she got to find somebody to watch the baby so she can get that man and petted. If she want to get her hair done, so what? She's taking care of your child. There's a price for that. You pay the daycare. And so don't get so caught up in what she's doing with the money. As long as if your child is being taken care of, be cool with it. Because understand this. If she's got custody and she becomes unhappy, guess what happens to your child? Your child is even more unhappy. So that's just the cost for you picking who you pick. And I'm sure that, you know, we pick the wrong woman sometimes, but you got to man up and say, I picked the wrong woman, and either you got to rearrange your life to accept full custody or accept the consequence of that. Right. Quit bitching and complaining. He went to the court system. He went. I went. Did you go to jail?
No.
Did you go to jail for?
No.
And I'm gonna tell you again. I was a cop for 22 years. You don't go to jail for child support for missing 1, 2, or even 3 payments. No. You go to jail for being a habitual misser.
Right.
Emphasis on bitch. You go to jail for missing all them payments. And I'm gonna tell you, they just like the credit card company. If something happened, if you call them, they know they can't get money out of you if you ain't working. So, but if you call them, because we so scared to call because we scared we're going to jail,
no, you ain't.
They will work with you.
Because if you paying what I pay in child support, if you see that you ain't gonna make that payment, you get on the phone ASAP.
Right.
I don't know what y'all now that it takes a minute for that $40 to add up. Right. But when you paying over a rat in child support, you getting on the phone because that adds up quick. People talking about passports ain't moving, and my passport gets suspended. I'm a little stuck out here in these streets.
Right.
So we making phone calls. Hey, I need this kind of time, or I need to do this, or I got you here. Hey, something work with me.
Right.
So you make them phone calls.
Speaking of phone calls, if you got a comment, question, 770-703-5494. And we here. We gonna give you everything. Like I say, we been there and we paid real money. Not like I said, Sylvester, if they told you that you only had to pay $40 a week, would you have wrote a check at the beginning of the year for the whole year?
Man, I'd probably be dancing,
you know
jumping for joy.
Hey, cause I'ma speak for all these brothers. If that's all we had to pay, we'd probably still give up some cash. Right. But hold on to that thought. We're gonna be right back. 770-703-5494. Random Thoughts with DVP.
He said, Patches, I'm depending on your son to pull the family through. My son, it's all left up to you. 2 days later, Papa passed away, and I became a man that day. So I told Mama I was gonna quit school, but she said that was Daddy's strictest rule. So every morning before I went to school, I fed the chickens and I chopped wood too. Sometimes I felt that I couldn't go on. I wanted to leave, just run away from home. But I would remember what my daddy said, with tears in his eyes on his dying bed. He said, Patches, I'm depending on you, son. tried to do my best. It's up to you to do the rest. Then one day a strong rain came and washed all the crops away. And at the age of 13, I thought I was carrying the weight of the whole world on my shoulders. And you know, mama knew what I was going through, cause every day I had to work the fields, cause that's the only way we got our meals. See, I was the oldest of the family, and everybody else depended on me. Every night I heard my mama pray, Lord, give him strength to make another day. So years have passed and all the kids are grown. The angels took mama to a brand new home. Lord knows, people, I shedded tears, but my daddy's voice kept me through the years, saying, I'm depending on your son to pull the family through. My son, it's all left up to you. Oh, I can still hear Papa's voice say, I'm depending on your son. I've tried to do my best. It's up to you to do the rest. I can still hear Papa when he said, I'm depending on your son to pull the family through. My son, it's all up to you.
Dad, what's this place?
This is a sound stage.
Can you go down there? Now, Dad, this is a very sensitive subject.
The first time the doctor placed you in my arms, I knew I'd meet death before I let you meet harm. Although questions arose in my mind, would I be man enough against wrong? Choose right and be standing up. From the hospital that first night, took an hour just to get the car seat in right. People driving all fast got me kinda upset. Got you home safe, placed you in your bassinet. That night I don't think one wink I slept. As I slipped out my bed to your crib I crept. Touched your head gently, felt my heart melt, cause I knew I loved you more than life itself. Into my knees, and I begged the Lord, please let me be a good daddy. All he needs, love, knowledge, discipline too. I pledge my life to you.
Just the two of us, we can make it if we try.
Just me and you, just me and you.
Just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I.
5 years old, bringing comedy. Every time I look at you, I think, man, a little me, just like me. Wait and see, gonna be tall, makes me laugh, cause you got your dad's ears and all. Sometimes I wonder, what you gonna be? A general, a doctor, maybe a MC. I wanna kiss you all the time, but I will test that butt when you cut out a line. True that, why you do that? I try to be a tough dad, but you be making me laugh. Crazy joy, when I see the eyes of my baby boy. I pledge to you, I will always do everything I can, show you how to be a man. Dignity, integrity, honoring. I don't mind if you lose, long as you came with it. And you can cry, ain't no shame in it. It didn't work out with me and your mom, but yo, push come to shove, you was conceived in love. So if the world attacks and you slide off track, remember one fact, I got your back.
Just the two of us, we can make it if we try.
Just me and you, just me and you. Against the world.
Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I, yeah.
It's a full-time job to be a good dad. You got so much more stuff than I had. I gotta study just to keep with the changing times. 101 Dalmatians on your CD-ROM. CD, I'm trying to pretend I know on my PC where that CD go.
You're live with Random Thoughts on Foxtrot Radio.
But just in case, it's my place to impart. One day some girl's gonna break your heart, and ooh, ain't no pain like from the opposite sex. Gonna hurt bad, but don't take it out on the next, son. Throughout life, people will make you mad, disrespect you and treat you bad. Let God deal with the things they do, cause hate in your heart will consume you too. Always tell the truth, say your prayers, hold doors, pull out chairs, easy on the swears. You're living proof that dreams come true. I love you and I'm here for you.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
Just me and you.
We're back. It's still Random Thoughts with DVP. I'm going to tell y'all because y'all never get it right. So y'all don't want this $100 I'm giving in for the caller who get it right. But what's up? Why y'all ain't calling? Y'all talking online. Come on, 770-703-5494. Now, we you know, we do what we do. We guys, you know, only thing we ain't got no billion chips here. But I want y'all to understand the inner workings. Ladies, quit complaining about deadbeat dads because you picked him. Just like I don't let guys complain about trifling women. You picked her. Understand, when you pick her, you know what she is, and if you still decide you want to have unprotected sex with her, you got to bite that apple. It's too late then. You know, we sit here listening to Will Smith, and all of us can relate to that song because Tremaine said something really important. You know what? Sometimes we not good boyfriends, but we do our damnedest to be good dads. So sometimes it is just the two of us. And ladies understand that sometimes it ain't about you. Fellas understand that. When you got your baby, stop trying to get with your baby mama. It didn't work with y'all.
Right.
Let her have her freedom, do your thing, pay your support. Don't worry about how much you paying. As long as your baby look good and is in good health and eating, shut up.
Shut up.
Shut
Stay
up.
in your lane.
Now,
Stay in your
if you
lane.
got a different issue, then fine. Don't be afraid of the court system. Just quit being. You can't be scared of it, but you want to change. So you got to make that your call. You know what I'm saying? We all paid a nice healthy amount. We wasn't happy with the amount, and that's a whole nother story. The system does need to be worked on.
Absolutely.
It needs to be a little bit fairer. But what I want y'all to understand, in this show, you know what, ladies, it actually wasn't even for you. It was for these deadbeat dads who I saw bitching and complaining and talking about they $40, $70, $80. Dude, you really?
And they 4 months behind.
Right. But they wearing Jordans.
Right.
They at the club. They talking about how. I'm looking at your Facebook page. So if you're a cyber,
priorities, right?
Yeah, but
priorities.
And the thing is whenever, because I posted in a bunch of groups, and a lot of ladies tried to work with guys. Trina tried to work with a guy. I ain't gonna call no names, but what always happens is something come up, and the baby and the baby mama get put last on the list because you got to do this, you got to do that, and it's so crazy. How many say they got to work overtime? But check this out. What we finna do is we finna go to a caller. Caller, welcome to Random Thoughts. Tell me your name and your question. Caller, tell me what's your name and where you calling from.
Hi, this is Honey, and I'm calling from Riverdale.
Oh, Honey, that's my buddy right there. Honey gonna come on because she gonna talk about some of the things we gonna do to make child support better for dads. But Honey, tell me what you got going with you right now.
I was just listening to the guys, and this seems like one guy, he was stating that his child's mother is pretty much okay, and the other one was saying that the mother was kind of a little iffy when picking up how the baby is dressed. I deal with dads on a daily with my organization, so I see this a lot. And sometimes, I won't even say we as women, but sometimes women don't know how to remove personal feelings when it comes to co-parenting. And my questions are always this to the mothers. Did he do anything mentally, physically, or emotionally to the child? Have you ever hindered, his visitation, not his visitation, I hate that word, his parenting time with the child? And I just want to commend the dads for standing into the fight, just stay strong. I'm glad that, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but I'm so glad that you have your child's mother, your daughter's mother is good at co-parenting, and when you get her, you don't have to worry about the stresses of what she's like when she's not with you. And for the other dad who wanted to get custody of his his daughter, I'm glad that you did attempt to fight, to get custody. I do know that Georgia is a mother's state, but I just want to say, big ups to all of you guys.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, but honey, we got you on air now, so go on and say yes. I'm coming to the show. I'm coming to 2 shows. DVP, go on and say it.
I'm definitely coming because phone call is not enough time for me.
I just had to get it. I had to get it memorialized so I can hold you to this, so I don't have to sue you. But I appreciate you calling. And y'all gonna like Honey. She's an advocate for dads and the whole child support system. But I just wanted the show just to be about us, because like I said, I had too many dudes saying what, oh man, all they want to do is lock you up. That's, when they lock you up, how I'm gonna make money on in jail? Well, how was you making money when you weren't paying for 6 months?
Right.
I mean, I know a guy who went to jail. Get this now, and I know what he was paying. He wasn't even paying triple digits a month. He was $10,000 behind. Dude, you ain't paying triple digits. You ain't paying triple digits. You know what I'm saying? You forgot who you talking to. I'm a cop. I know how to look this up.
Right.
So, oh man, I've been buying her stuff, dude. And I tell everybody this because and I try to educate people. And I tell them, cash donations are gifts. You expect to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Quit being that paper dad. You expect when you got your kids. I dislike my visitation one time because she would never send my kid with clothes, so I had to buy clothes. And if you know anything about kids, they like them clothes. They don't want to take them off. So every time I'm buying clothes, he getting new clothes and he taking them back home. And she's sending them to me with just what's on his back. No toothbrush, no bag, no nothing. So, and that's what we got to, you know what? That was something I had to decide. My job then was as an undercover cop. It was nothing I could really do about it. He wasn't in bad shape. I just didn't like our agreement. But I knew my job was not going to let me have custody of him. It didn't make sense. That was a fight that wasn't worth trying to win. So, Tim over here being quiet, he just shouting. But
I'm trying. But I mean, I never fought for custody because I had the conversation with my ex when we were going through the divorce. And I mean, she was pretty controlling during the marriage. She decided that there was no way she was going to allow me to have custody. And I just didn't want to put my boys through that kind of a fight.
How old was it when it went left?
They were like 6 and 8. So they were old enough,
to know what was going on.
So,
right.
I mean, she never hindered, my time with them.
Okay.
So, they come over all the time. For the summer, I have them for like 6 weeks.
Oh, that's
every
dope.
other weekend.
Okay.
Whenever they're out for school, they're in Cobb County, which has weeks off like every other month.
Right. Cobb don't go to school.
Yeah. So I bring them over and let them hang out at my house.
Oh, that's what's up.
And that's one of the things that as men, we got to learn to understand the difference between our personal feelings and our children.
Right.
If she got another dude around, Adrian, I don't know if she watching, but Adrian, whenever Adrian was dating another guy, I went and met him because this guy was going to be around my son.
Absolutely.
I don't want to know who's going to be around. I ain't trying to regulate. I want you to be happy.
Yeah.
I truly do.
Correct.
And, it was funny because guys will be intimidated because I want to know who's going to be around my son. I mean, you had my son. I trust you. So I'm trusting that you making good decisions.
Right.
I just want to know. I just need to let him know in case he a little on the loony side. Hey, dude, if you do something wrong, one, I'm going to hurt you if you hurt my child.
Facts.
Two, if you hurt my child mama, I'm going to still beat you.
Facts.
Because
Right.
she's the protector of my child.
Exactly.
So I don't
Correct.
care what y'all got going on. If you think you're going to hit her and get away with it, please believe I'm coming at you.
We ain't playing
And
like
it's too many times that we get caught up in that. I heard a girl actually say to a guy, he said, I want to see my son. She said, if we ain't fucking, why you want to see him? And I was like, wow.
That's deep right there. Yeah.
Visitation. Visitation is for inmates.
I got you. Okay, honey. I'm gonna get there. I'm still on the legal course right now. Parenting time. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we gotta get into, and we gotta accept the fact that we gotta make it easier for them to date and go out, because it still make out when a woman is happy at home, it make it easier for our kids.
You said something major about feelings, and that's probably the biggest factor in co-parenting or the inability to co-parent is feelings. People get caught up in their feelings. And the one thing that I stress and I tell either the mother of my child or any guy that I'm talking to, those feelings, they'll mess you up. You got to learn to process those feelings on your own time. You can't take it out on her if you in your feelings, even though she may have said something that made you mad or pissed you off. You just can't shoot back. You got to go get in your little corner and be like, I can't stand her. But
if you do have feelings, let those feelings be for the child.
Exactly. And once you focus on that, when you
it
put
makes
that
it so
child,
much easier.
Dude, everything is
so
smooth.
much easier.
Like, she can be talking all kind of noise. If it don't pertain to your kid, bro, let that fly.
Yep.
That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right. And and another thing I wanted to talk about, and I asked this question, and I try to get people to understand, it's like, and it was funny, I got more venom from the women. If your child chooses to call somebody else mom or dad, how do you feel about it? And see, we all got feelings about it. And I'm going to say this before we get started. If my child feels like somebody's treating them good enough to call them that, I can't be mad at my child.
I can't knock that.
My point is to make sure I'm around so that he don't forget who his real dad is.
But the thing about it is, here's my thing. If your child, especially your daughter, feels like she can call another man dad, 99% of the time, you
not
ain't in
doing your
position,
job.
bro.
Right.
You're not
Right.
there. You ain't in
And-
position.
And me, I go through that. My two boys, my ex-wife remarried, and he came to me and he asked me. He said, "Well, hey, I've been in their lives now for, I think at that time they remarried. She got married. He may have been in their lives for like 4 years, and my youngest one wanted to call him dad. So he came to me, not my youngest son, but her husband came to me and he said, well, how do you feel about that? And I told him, I said, listen, as long as you respect my kids respect you. I said, he and I already had a good relationship with one another. So
we're good.
I had no problem with it, because again, I was doing my job as a father.
Exactly.
So
how am I complaining? I can't complain about what my child wants to call you. The only thing that I can control is what I do and what I put into my child. And if I know I'm doing the best I can and all I can, man, you can call me the janitor. I'm accounted for.
Right. And if you talk to your child, you will know how your child feel about this person anyway.
Right,
And if this person has a genuine affinity for him, then why stop that?
Right,
I mean, as
exactly.
we get older, most of us got 2, 3, 4 mamas and daddies of people who we done adopted along the way. And I was amazed at how many people are so sensitive about that, especially the women gave me grief. And I was like, I don't get it. It's if it's about the child, let it be about the child. Stop making everything a battle
yourself.
between
Right, exactly.
between oh, I'm the mama, she can't call nobody. I'm the dad, he can't.
And I keep it a buck with you. I'm not saying if my daughter comes up to me and say, hey, I want to call this other man dad. It's going to sting.
Yeah, you gonna
for a
feel- you
second.
gonna
I'm
feel
like,
a certain-
"Ooh, good. Okay. But at the end of the day, there's a reason why she wants to do that. That man has
Right.
made an imprint on her life in some form, shape, or fashion.
Right.
How can I hate on that? Because at the end of the day, my daughter needs as many positive role
village.
models
Exactly.
that
The village.
she can
The
in her
village.
life. So I'm
Yes,
not about to
yes.
hate on this man if he's being that positive force. I got to congratulate that.
Yeah, the village still
Right.
exists.
Yes.
And one of the back when I was doing something, one of the best sermons I ever heard was a preacher was talking about how we drop hand grenades in relationships because if we don't want it and the kids feel the hostility, now they don't know how close they can get or what they can say.
Exactly.
So we tear up relationships from the outside without even doing nothing.
Yes.
And and I'm gonna use Trina because I can. And I tell her, a lot of things that the outside dad likes to do, they start wanting to call at 9 or 10 o'clock. What does you need to talk about this late? They doing little things, nothing that's aggressive, but little things just to cause problems between you and a new partner.
Exactly.
It's like,
Right.
and we got to pay attention that we do these things, or when these things happen, we got to know not to let it be egotistic. Hey, we need to. Hey, I don't mind your baby daddy to call her, but he need to call between 4 and 7.
There you go.
Right.
Exactly.
We just have to set these rules down, and everybody have to understand. It ain't nothing where I'm trying to be a dictator. We just trying to
respect.
keep this relationship going.
It's respect.
She about to get in bed at 9:30. She might. Matter
Right.
of fact, she's laying down. We on TV time right now. What are you calling for? That's probably that's a no go, bro. Call tomorrow. Try again.
Well, most of it is just mutual respect. I mean,
Exactly.
if you have a mutual respect amongst each other, then again, it makes it so much easier. And it makes it easier for the child because their minds aren't able to, especially young kids, they
Exactly.
can't really process, okay, well, I got daddy over here. I got Mr. So-and-so over here. Or I got mommy here. And I don't want to upset mommy or daddy. And, so if there's a mutual respect amongst everybody,
There you go.
it makes the child's life so
Right.
much easier.
But what you start doing when you start creating that division is you start pulling and snatching away that child's innocence because she's
Right.
now going through saying, can I tell this to daddy without
Right.
daddy
Yeah.
getting
Right.
mad? Or can I
Right.
tell this to mommy without getting mommy getting mad?
You making them
now,
pick a side.
Now they picking a side. And then what they're going to start doing is figuring that out and keeping secrets. And then again, what they're going to start doing
Is playing one against
there
the
you
other.
go.
Yeah.
So funny thing is this actually happened last week. My daughter got a red face in daycare. And so her mother called me and said, your daughter got a red face. And I'm like, wow, let me talk to her. So when we videotaped, I'm like, you got a red face? And she was very nonchalant about it. Like, I got a red face. And that took me back because if she knows she upsets me, we got waterworks.
Okay.
So her mom was like, so what you gonna do? She's like, oh, she gets no TV time when she gets to the house tonight. I was like, dang. I was gonna pick, and I picked her up Friday. So I was like, dang. I'm gonna have to back that play. I'm like, man, I had ice cream and movie night, man. It broke me to my heart. But when I picked my daughter up, I'm like, She was like, Dad, I want to watch TV. I'm like, nope, it's bad. I mean, you can play with these flashcards because you ain't listening to daycare. You can get these flashcards in your life. If not, you can go to bed. And I had a whole elaborate thing planned out. It hurt me. Like, it really hurt me to the point where I had to go in my room and cry because I'm sitting there like, man, I ain't really never punished my daughter like this before. And I really wanted to watch this movie. So now I got to go sit in timeout because she got in trouble.
And that's part of one of the worst things about co-parenting. If you're going to do it successfully, you can't let your house be the safe haven when they get in trouble. Oh, I can be bad on Friday because I'm going to Dad's this weekend. And you got to work together. And you know, when I try to tell people, you got to understand that process. As much as we don't want to do it because it's our time and we got big things planned, but if she plotting against us, you got to shut it down. And that's that helps the friendship grow between you and the other parent. And we got to stop not wanting to be friends with them. We don't have to love them no more, but they going to be in our life really forever. And not at 18.
Y'all got to bond.
They going to be in our life forever.
Come on, man. Y'all got to bond.
Yeah,
and y'all can't be tight-faced every time y'all see each other, man.
Right.
You got to tighten up. You got to man up.
You know, one of the things that, you know, like I use Trina, that my son's mother will randomly put a post on Facebook about how great a dad I am and she loved me. And I said, Trina, does that bother you? I mean, because she don't love me in the sense of lovers. She loved me in the sense that when it came time to stand up and take care of my son, I did it. And Trina's like, okay, I'm good with that. I understand it. Because she don't inbox me, none of that. Because all the kids with her, they're all grown now. Okay. And it's like, but a lot of times people see competition. Why she saying you a good dad? Why she saying she love you? Really? I mean.
And those are the things that, like I said, if your mate should respect about you.
Right.
Absolutely. These are your kids.
And I know we're probably going to get on this a little later about dating. And if you're dating someone that doesn't or can't deal with that, like, yo, it's exit stage left.
Right.
And you figure that out real early.
Right.
Because I was dating a lady like that, and me and my daughter's mother went out to the fair, and she got a little tight about that. I was like, I don't really think we're going to be able to move in the same direction. And that's where it really gets hard when you, because no matter how much you like this particular woman, if you can't see that cohesive relationship being built between all of you guys, you got to do like Usher saying, let it burn, man.
Right. I mean, when I got married, all the parents came to the house and met. Hey, this is what we need to understand. This is where they stay. Now, if y'all don't like your in the house rules, say you want your kid to come stay with you. But this is the house rule. Me and the wife, these are what we do as a rule.
Absolutely.
Don't call telling us what you don't like. If you don't think you don't like it, now's the time to grab your child and just say, hey, I want them to stay with me. And it's funny, nobody said anything. Oh, don't call me later. Don't say this. And you know, and I think everybody should have that conversation at some point. Now, it's different if you're, and I know y'all don't like this word, but if your baby mama got a habit of dating every different 12 guys and all of them she calling either uncle or, you know, your daughter got 12 daddies, that's a problem. But and that's when you got to reassess. Hey, what are you willing to give up to get her back? And if you ain't willing to give up nothing, you know what you got to do? STFU. STFU, because you ain't willing to change the system.
There you go. And
that's on you. So and that's just the crazy part. The number again is 770-703-5494. We gonna be here. They gonna stay with me for a minute. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be back. Let me know what you want to talk about. Random Thoughts with DVP. That's me and my guys.
Hey, I ought to leave the young thing alone, but ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away.
Random Thoughts with DVP on FoxTrapRadio.com.
She goes away. Anytime she goes away.
the kind of guy that I should make a move on. I get exotic with the melodic tune. I get hypnotic with the moon, but you got to put me down soon. I flip a sideshow if you come my way. Up, down, and around, even sideways. I'm about as ready as the light can get. We can go all out. I ain't afraid of the sweat, but yet I bet you got the techniques to freak a girl inside out. What's that all about? Can I have some of that? You gotta put me on. Word around town is you're 9 men strong. I wanna be put on in the worst way. Since the first day, I think it was a Thursday. You be that brother that I wanna sink my teeth in. Make me wanna ask, where the hell you been? I like the way you be with all that personality, but I got flavor too. You need to get with me. What you going through?
I wanna be down.
I wanna be down with you. Oh yeah,
It's true. I wanna be down.
I wanna be down. Oh yeah. He was born 20 years ago, just a pimp toes. Every day new clothes. Look at the cut, cool clothes. On three, got the heat so bluffy. Slang it as heat because it's more than 20 ducats. Struck it, kinda rich, now his pockets looking straight. Slam the D's on the benzo, pancake by the gate. Mom, looking straight with her half, she got great. Lounging in her new home, that's about to stay. I'll be your core mail, won't tell. You can get it when you want it, even though you got chicks all up on it. Don't matter, cause brother, you fly. I can't lie, I've been macking daddy from the corner of my eye. Now, baby, bring it on, don't be frontin' on your baby boo. All I wanna know is what's up with you. How can I get with you? Seems like you got a hold on me and must be voodoo, cause baby, I want you.
I wanna be down.
Down with you.
Oh yeah. I wanna be down. I wanna be down with you. No matter the time. Day or night. It's true. I wanna be
About day tall, about so big, about so small, about this length, about this width, about this flow, about this gift. Instinct me and me right up your alleyway. Skip the Moet, let's chill with some Alizé. Enough stressing all day. Let me massage your mind as my mental starts to play. A ghetto sauce you are, and I'll be your sexual chocolate bar. And I gotta keep strong for the cause, and you gotta keep strong for the tours. Brother, man, and me, damn the family. What else could we be with no one understands us but me? You were the first to change. Big teeth, I'm out.
I wanna be down.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I wanna be down. I wanna be down with you. Day or night. It's true.
Oh yeah, I wanna be down with you.
partners here. I got Tremaine. I got Tim. I got Sylvester. I don't know how he snuck in with the S. He told me his name was Tony on the thing. He got here and changed it. So we doing the Dad Show, and we keeping it real and honest with y'all. We telling you the stuff we like, the stuff we didn't like, how we let our feelings get into it. But we finna continue. But before we get there, I got somebody who on the phone. So caller, what's going on with you? Tell me who you are, when you calling from.
What's going on, brother? This is Rod, man, calling you from Marietta.
Sound like my nephew there. What's going on?
Cobb
Yes,
County.
sir. What's up?
See, and you missed us. If you was here, you see your picture on the screen. So I'm hoping you watching on foxtrotradio.com. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Now, my nephew ain't here to talk for himself, so I'm going to give y'all a little brief thing. He's got custody of his child. See, he wasn't worried about going to court. He went to court.
We got us one.
He went to court and got custody. He didn't sit back and bitch about what might have happened and what couldn't happen and how the man was going to get him. So nephew, can you give us a quick little thing about how you wasn't afraid to go through the court system? Don't get into legitimation right now. I'm going to get in that later on. But just tell them how you weren't scared to go through the system to get custody of yours.
Well, I actually was terrified to go through the system. As most guys know, we're told that the court systems aren't set up for us to be successful in that realm. And I actually didn't go into court with the intentions on getting full custody of my son. I was just going to get some custody, a joint custody agreement set up. But some things kind of happened in the midst of that kind of pushed me towards, that. But, my wife was the biggest catalyst in me even going to court, because I had my son when I was 17 years old. So going through a court custody battle was terrifying for me, because all you ever hear is, the mother wins in court and you never see your child again, kind of thing. And that's so far from the truth.
That street lie.
When it comes to court battles for co-parenting.
And let me ask you a quick question, because these guys don't have the issue yet, but we talked about this. What, are you getting child support from the mother?
I am not, but that is by request from me.
And
to get child support from her.
And that was one of the points I was pushing. Most dads who get child support realize the mom is either in really bad shape and they don't want it as much. Fact. And they're not as spiteful. But you can win in the court system. Quit being afraid of it. He's telling you he did. Right. How old are you now, Farad?
I'm 33 or 34 now.
He 34. So it's a young man telling you this, not somebody old like me. This is a young man telling you this. And when did you go to court to get custody? When did you win custody?
He has been with me since he was 4. We legally won custody of him when he was 9.
So we talking about pretty recent. So fellas, quit using that lame excuse about what the court system gonna do to you. Have your ducks in a row. If the mother, sometimes it's a tough battle to prove the mother's unfit, but sometimes it ain't that tough. It's just depending on what you want to do. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to be here today, but he got things going on because he doing his daddy duty.
Right.
He got kids, and the next issue we gonna get to is this whole word y'all know I hate. It's 3 words I hate in the English language. I hate nigga, I hate bitch, and I hate step. I hate when people say they got step anything. Ain't no step grandmamas, ain't no step aunts, ain't no step cousins. How the hell do we end up with step kids? That just aggravates me to the. Every time I hear somebody say step, I see myself in an orange jumpsuit. What the hell is that? Farad, you got any step kids?
I do not.
Does your wife have any step kids?
Does who?
See, does your wife have any step kids?
No, she does, but you can't tell her she does.
Exactly. They heard. And that's a responsibility you take on. I got a girlfriend.
He looks more like her than he does like me or his birth mother.
And that's a good thing. He's a good looking fella, so we thankful that she fed him more than you did. That's all I'm gonna say on that, nephew.
Right. Exactly.
And and we joke about it, but that's just one of them things that, I got a girlfriend, not a wife yet. Her daughter keep telling me I'm her dad. She 4 and I don't even get a vote. She was like, you my dad. And I was like, how we get to that point? You 4. You not even a gangster. But at 4, that's why girls make you soft. No matter how hard we want to be, they make you take all the bass out your voice. I ain't gonna call Tremaine out, but Tremaine on YouTube learning how to do hair.
You gotta get it. Hey.
You know, but that's what dads want to do. You know, the good dads, ladies, when you pick you a grown ass man, they can accept that the relationship is over. Don't get it twisted. It might take us a minute to let go of our feelings, but at the end of the day, we want to be great dads. We realize the relationship didn't work, and after that part, let's just let us do what we do. Let us be great dads. You be a great mom over there. I'm gonna be a great dad over here. Let's co-parent. Let's make this work.
Right.
It's a simple system. Hey, Fred, I appreciate you calling. Like I say, your stuff run across the screen, so make sure you go to foxtrapradio.com and watch those so you can see the pictures I put up of you and your family.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
But I'm gonna have you ready next show. All right. We talked about you guys are cool with your exes, the other half. You cool with them dating?
I wish my ex would date.
You wish you would date.
I was hoping for the day that she did.
I agree.
I like, yo, please go get you. Hey, I'll find you one. Let me help.
I remarried.
Like, let's go.
2 more children in the deal.
It get easier.
Plentyoffish.com represent. They trying to set the other parent up.
Because or if it should get easier, because you should have another man advocating like, yo, why you tripping on brother like that?
And it takes their mind off of
you.
Right. Get them something else to do. I got a quick question for you, Tremaine.
All right,
somebody said now, if you were married, would you still have went to the fair with your ex-wife and daughter?
If I was married, I would most definitely went to the fair with my not my ex-wife, but the mother of my child and my daughter. The only difference would have been that I would have brought my wife with me, because at that point we should have been established enough where we've already blended that family. So no, I wouldn't have left my wife out of that equation. But since we just dating, why muddy that water right then? Especially if we're just figuring this co-parenting thing out. And just so you guys know, that was the first time that her and I ever did something from a co-parenting perspective together. Okay. So I wasn't about to bring additional body when we haven't even established that dynamic yet. We was trying to work through that. So I was just trying to keep it as simplistic as possible.
All right, I just want somebody asked about that, so let me clear it up. It was a difference between a girlfriend and a wife. When you just dating with somebody, they don't really need to be a part of that family time because you're not sure if you're gonna keep them yet.
Right.
So, and one of the things I discussed is that from my experiences, dads are way more protective of their children than moms are. Correct. Dads will stop dating when they got custody of their children. They just don't want to do it.
I can't do it.
And they slow to introduce people. And I understand why some moms have to do it, but some moms, y'all a little too quick to introduce your child to everybody. I had a Facebook friend who, when she would have company, she would lock her child in the room. Wow. And I'm like, really? Is sex that important that you locking your child locking them in a room?
I wish she might.
And I'm like,
man, please, don't play with me like that.
I'm thinking, if I meet this woman, that's my signal to just go on because you try.
But hold on, though. What kind of man cool with that though? Right. Like for real?
Okay, but she messing with a dude then. So because dudes who want to just hit it, they don't care how they doing it. And if you set yourself up for that, and that's why sometimes they pick the wrong guy, like we picked the wrong one. But for you to say this out loud,
a good guy would probably say, "No, I'm not down."
We can't plot.
I wouldn't do that.
But
it's crazy.
I'm not built like that.
But
it's crazy that you say that. I definitely don't condone locking no child in no room. Absolutely not. But that goes back to where you were saying that some guys don't come get their kids. So it's like, at the end, eventually it's like, what are we supposed to do? I get you shouldn't introduce your child to every man, and he definitely shouldn't be no revolving door every couple months. But damn, I don't never get a break. I'll never get a break. What am I supposed to do?
I guess I look at it like this. When two people have children or a child or what have you, whether it's with the mother or with the father, those two people should think, okay, if I got custody of this child, what is my life going to be like?
Facts.
Where's my life? If let's just say he or she is with the mother has to be like, okay, well, is his father, is he going to come around? If not, and if he doesn't, am I prepared mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, or what have you, to raise this child?
Right.
And see, a lot of people don't look at it like that. They just look at, well, okay, we got this kid, this person's going to help me. It's not like that all the time.
But my thing is this, and I think for me, it goes a little bit beyond once we have this child, because there's certain makeups in a man that you can realize when you're dating this man. Is this man accountable? Is this man have character? Is this
Right,
man,
right.
does he handle his responsibilities as a man right now, kids or not? Or if he has kids, does he actually kick
Take
it with
care,
his
yeah.
kids that he have? And if all of those are no, why are you throwing that ass in a circle for that man? Because he ain't earned nothing.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Like, come on now.
Odessa asked, what happens if you wait to introduce them? Your feelings get strong for the person, but the kid doesn't like them.
It's a dub.
Time to let it go. Looks like another left TKO.
Well,
if your child don't like, I mean, at the end of the day,
child is not
that's
going to
what
like everybody. And I mean, I don't want to say that my daughter doesn't like me, but her father's in her life, and he's there. He comes and gets her in the middle of the week and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like the add-on to her. So, she always wants to make sure that, in my opinion, that I remember that she does have a dad, and that I'm not taking his place. But
But it's not to where she doesn't like.
That's not
Right.
dislike.
Right,
That's just
right.
that know your role, stay in your
Right,
lane.
right.
That's all that is.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
it feels like dislike because I mean,
Right.
dang,
I mean, it's a
hold on,
struggle.
I'm here.
It's a struggle.
Yeah.
But you got to know what's a priority, and I have a problem with all mothers who don't prioritize their children. To me, that's 12 strikes right there.
Yeah.
So because when I met Trina, one of the things that we talked about before she came to here is I need to meet your kids to see how we mesh. Because to me, that's an important thing. If we're going to be a real couple, if we just making booty calls, then it ain't important at all. But if
Facts.
we're going to try to make this into a real relationship, then there's some things that we need to know about each other. I want to see your kids. I want to see how they live and how you treat them, how they respond to you. And when you say something, are they jumping every time you say something? So a lot of that is because some women don't prioritize their kids. And that's on us to know. And it's important as a man to know where you are in life. Remember, I told you before, I had no problems admitting when I was a predator. When I was a predator, I didn't care nothing about your other family because I picked women who had that same mentality. I didn't care. As I became more responsible and grew into my grown-ass manliness, there's certain things that I prioritize now. And that's something that, we grow into it at different phases. But we have to, if a child don't like somebody, shit. My second marriage, I'm still blaming you for this, Junior. I was dating two women that I liked a lot. I had him spend the weekend with all of us, and not at the same time, but we spent one weekend with.
Oh, you was in your whole face for real.
No, I had narrowed down to two.
Hey, that's still a whole face, bro.
Anyway,
let's if we
hey,
gonna put it out
competition.
there.
And he spent the weekend with both of them. Tell me who you like, because whoever you like, that's who you're going with. Because I need for you to be happy. I like both of them. Shit, I'm good.
And see, as a mother, like if I develop strong feelings for somebody, and my kids didn't like them, I would we just not gonna move in together. I'm sorry, you might not like it, but you just can't come live with me. I'm not gonna say I would totally cut him off because it depends on the reason that the kid don't like him. Do they not like him just because they don't like him because they're a teenager and they just don't want nobody to take their daddy place, or do they get some kind of messed up feelings from them? Why does depend.
And that's a good point.
Great
because
point.
a lot of times boys will not like that new dude. They just ain't, period.
Especially, but if they're a teenager, you got to understand why they coming into their own. They the man of the house.
Right.
What you
Right.
doing? What
There
you
you
doing
go.
in here, partner?
There you go.
I've been running this for a minute. At least in their mind, they have. So I can get that. I can understand that.
That's something the mother should know. So as opposed to bringing you in, she should ease you into the transition.
Right.
Don't just bring you there and say, hey, we finna live together. You
Right.
won't learn to like him. And that's what, we so quick to do stuff. And that's one of them
Now-
things that.
One thing I want to say about that is that.
Tim talking.
Yeah.
Can we
I had to jump
get
in.
a close up?
We in his lane now.
But so the thing for me is this: when you marry somebody, or you're dating somebody, and you're getting to that point, you really know whether that person is right for you or not.
Facts.
And so
You're right.
a lot of times, women and men get together. I don't want to blame either one of them. And they know one or both of them knows it's not right, but they do it anyway.
Correct.
And then you have problems when you have a child involved. That makes it even worse.
Yes.
Hella
and so,
worse.
you put the child in that situation. You know that you're not really feeling this guy or this girl like that, but y'all been together for long enough. We might as well get married. It falls apart.
Right.
Now that's messing up the child and everything. So
Right.
you really have to put the effort in to make sure it's the right person, because the right person is going to work with you through issues.
Correct.
The wrong
Correct.
person is going to complain and fuss and fight.
And they're gonna make
until it
excuses.
ends.
Right.
Right. Until
They-
it ends.
And sometimes you have to accept that the woman you think you want ain't the right one. She's Miss Right now. I did that show.
right. Yeah.
Sometimes you have
Yeah.
to know the difference between Mr. or Mrs. Right versus Mr. or Mrs. Right now. And that sometimes it take us a minute to learn that theory. But you got to be able to get through it. Yes, sir.
But maybe and another thing is the woman that you want might not be the woman that is good for you.
Right.
And for me, that's the hardest thing, a lesson to learn. Like, you want this woman, and I mean, you shoot your shot, you go get her, you get to know her, and then you like, dang, this don't work for my situation, but dang, she bad. I just can't let go.
Well, yeah, but that's not everything. That's that momentary feeling.
I give you that, right. But still.
But in that moment, I understand.
Case in point.
But what do we hear more often than not? I don't want to start over with somebody else, so we're gonna settle for. I know this shit stink, but somebody else might stink worse. And to me, that's the dumbest reason to be in a relationship.
It's true.
Right.
If you see where you ain't happy, and I'm gonna do a show on purpose of priorities. Once you get to a certain level, it's time to accept the fact that you got a layaway date, and you need to start counting back some amount of days so you can let them go. The sex is great, but there's no future for y'all to grow if that's what you're looking for. And you got to know in your head if that's what you want. So when you dating a woman, and it's crazy. I only dated women with kids. I don't trust women who ain't got kids.
I like that.
Because that tells me a little bit about your responsibility, and it shows me something. I look at that, and some women will believe that if they got kids, that their dating pool is minimized because they think some guys don't want to date a woman with kids. It's a mindset. It just depends on who they're hanging around. Go ahead.
Now speaking on that topic, my fiance, before we got engaged, we were friends. And
did y'all hear that before on another show? I ain't even gonna say that.
We were friends for quite some time. But our friendship took a hit when I had my daughter. Because she was like, I'm not really cool with men that have young kids. So I was like, man, I said, damn, but we cool, we tight, we did a lot of stuff together, but friendship kind of faded for about maybe 2 or 3 years.
Right.
She still think you tapping the baby mama, which is why she ain't cool.
Well, no. She knew that wasn't happening. No, seriously, she knew that wasn't happening at all. But when her and I got together, I was like, man, I said, now, is this going to work out? I said, she's not really big with little kids. And I think at the time, my daughter was 5. Okay. And, I did the little trial and, little test thing. And for someone who said they were not good with kids, I mean, it just kind of clicked. It clicked. It really clicked. But I went into it like, oh my God, like, am I gonna have to drop this? Because like you say, your child comes first.
There you go.
But it worked out.
And time, purpose, and destiny. Everything don't work out when you want it to. Sometimes you got to go through some things, and that's something that we don't get sometimes. Sometimes you can meet somebody at the wrong time, right person, just wrong time. So time, purpose, and destiny is a big thing. So we're gonna take a quick break, and then y'all ready? 770-703-5494, because we got a few more minutes. Let me know what you're thinking. Random Thoughts with DVP. Y'all know what it is.
My favorite winter coat. This wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A sonorous disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the window, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If they wanna
DVP. I'm just telling y'all right quick, man. Y'all should be listening to Foxtrot Radio. They jamming. They jamming. Sometimes we can't even have a side conversation because we listen to the music. This the Dad Show, and I'm here with I'm gonna count myself. I'm here with 4 great dads. We've enjoyed what we do. We made some mistakes, but we learned how to get past them. So I'm here with Tremaine.
What's up?
I'm gonna flip the script time. Sylvester.
What's happening?
And Tim. And of course, I'm DVP. And this is what we do. We're gonna have a follow-up show because I see y'all got a lot of things going on. We've been talking about the whole dad concept, the custody. We didn't get to get into a lot of things because the conversations got a little deep and y'all was talking, we talking back to y'all. But we just want to let y'all know the system does work. You just got to be willing to comply with it and try it. It will. And if you're a deadbeat, it ain't gonna work. You're gonna have a lot of complaints. And this is one of the things. And see, I don't claim to be ignorant. I surround myself with a good circle of dudes, grown ass men. But I know it's some shady dudes out there. I hate when people say, "Well, ain't none of my friends like that." In the big picture, we all know. I guarantee you, both of them, all 3 of these guys could look on their Facebook page and come up with 10 deadbeats like that. Tremaine had already said he started cutting off some of his friends who had kids because they was always free. They were never with their child. Right. Who does that? You know, my photographer extraordinaire, Tim came and took some pictures, and next thing I know, the kids in the pictures. This is how we do this. He brought his boy to the photo shoot. This is what we do. I just met Sylvester, but I'm looking at their page. They got pictures with their kids, which is funny to me. It's something I'm gonna hit on. I see a lot of y'all dads posting pictures with y'all kids, but I'm looking in the background. There's some old ass pictures y'all posting.
Y'all
stop
stealing,
playing.
stop stealing your pictures
You know
from
what I'm
your
saying?
baby mama page, y'all.
You can't say baby mama. Somebody
Mother and child. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't want you to get hit with some
All right.
microphones. But but y'all ain't slick with that. You know what I'm saying? Go live with them every now and then. You know what I'm saying? You like showing them off. But I'm looking at when you post a picture and I'm looking at them leaves in the background when it's summertime. Oh, me and my baby's girl spend the week. No, y'all, stop playing. But ladies, make better choices. Stop calling men kings if that's not what they earn.
Absolutely.
All right? So we here, like I said, we doing the dad show. We talked about custody. I'm gonna come back again. We're gonna talk about legitimation, some of the things that need to be done.
Get your
but I just
paperwork
wanted to
right.
get this issue out because I'm watching guys talk about what they ain't gonna do, how the system work against them. And the craziest thing, y'all didn't see it, but I posted a thing about condoms. And you'll be surprised how many guys said they ain't wearing no condom. And, me and Trina had talked about it, and I told, it's 2 things that we need to have contracts for. Sex need to be one of them. Because people will say, oh, I'm going to be a good dad, I'm going to be here, but we know that ain't the way it's happening. Right. So, and that's just real life. A lot of people have a plan until something happens. Oh, I ain't going to never leave, baby. Well, we ain't with none of our baby. We ain't with none of our
mother of our child.
Children.
Let's get this right.
Shit happens. But at some point we thought we was gonna be together, but shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
So there need to be a contract so that we decide to split up or break up. Everybody know what their responsibility is. That's just my personal opinion. Along with, every baby need to have paternity test when born. That's just my personal opinion. So we got 2 minutes. I had a great show. I just want to say thank you, Tremaine. I'm going to give y'all a quick second. If y'all want people to follow y'all got some projects going, tell them what you got going. I'm going to start with you, Sylvester.
I don't really have any projects going.
He be lifting weights, though. He be flexing.
If you get a chance, I'm Facebook, Sylvester Hitchcock, Instagram, Quattro T. I'd love to exercise, and I just promote fitness and a healthy lifestyle.
All right. That's what's up, Tremaine.
No projects really going on. All I do is chill, barbecue. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Tiago's World. If you want to follow me on Facebook, it's Trey Tiago.
Hold on, did bro say he barbecue?
Oh yeah.
You got that right, Trey?
Yeah, let's do it.
Tim, what you got?
Well, I'm a photographer and
extraordinary. I want you to get that whole thing in.
I can't say that part. I love what I do. I love to create, and right now I'm working on something to start up after the first of the year. I'm going to be doing some really cool photo shoots with women out in the field, for different causes. They should be cute. Some of them will be.
We need to change this information.
It's really something that I want to do as a give back kind of thing. So I want anybody to be able to be in it.
Yeah, we can all get back together. I want to partner with you on that.
He got one he gonna do with dads and their kids. You know what I'm saying? Yep. We already got it planned. Okay. And of course, y'all know who I'm DVP. I'm the host of Random Thoughts with DVP. You can follow me on Instagram at Random Thoughts with DVP. You can follow me on Facebook, Random Thoughts with DVP. It's all the same. If you got something you want to talk about, inbox me. Inbox one of my management team, Katrina Dunbar, Raylene Driver James, Odessa Ski, John L. Stinson, Chuck Taylor, Tiffany Rial, Farad Thomas, Cleopatra Jones. She wanted. She just can't give y'all real name. I enjoyed this. We're about to go. Random Thoughts with DVP is out. Peace, popcorn, and chicken grease.